Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport, the show where we look at all things motor racing. Today we are looking at one of my favourite drivers from the modern era of Formula 1, and my concerns for the future of this Spanish phenom. I am of course talking about Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz Jr. that is. I'm not overly concerned with Carlos Sainz Sr., although driving in the desert when you are nearly 60 is pretty metal if you ask me. No, this is a video about Carlos Sainz Jr. and his move to Ferrari for 2021. Is this the right time? And has he made a huge mistake? Sit back and let's begin.
Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
I'm not surprised Ferrari are replacing Sebastian Vettel. He himself said there was no offer of another contract, so Ferrari genuinely seem to want to rid themselves of Sebastian Vettel. His time has been somewhat of a disappointment, and he failed to emulate his hero Michael Schumacher, but this will probably be the topic of another video in the future. So we will leave the Vettel talk till then. I was surprised to see that Ferrari went for Carlos Sainz instead of Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel is a proven race winner, even if it was a few years back, and the extra experience would be good for them, with the younger Charles Leclerc being the figurehead for future success. But honestly, Carlos Sainz is pretty experienced now. To me, he is still young and new and fresh, but he made his debut in 2015, meaning his Ferrari debut in 2021 will be the start of his 7th campaign. He has also improved pretty much every year, from scoring the odds points finish for Toro Rosso, to scrapping in the depth of the midfield for Renault, to being the best of the rest for McLaren. He has risen with each new team he has joined. Can he do that with Ferrari in 2021? They surely hired him because they think he can be a race winner, maybe even a contender for future championships, if Ferrari can ever get their car back to that level, and there is my concern. Ferrari in 2020, after the first 2 rounds anyway, are dreadful. They are an embarrassment to everyone who has ever raced for the prancing horse. If the drivers aren't crashing into each other, then the team is messing up tactically or upgrades don't work out, and over the last couple of years they have seemed to get further and further away from Mercedes. Daniel Ricciardo instead has joined Sainz's current team of McLaren, and that looks like a good move. McLaren are on the rise, keeping pace with the top of the midfield and occasionally even one of the Red Bulls. And next year they will have Mercedes power, so who knows how good they'll be in 2021. They seem to have a good chassis, and with the best engines on the grid, it may be time for McLaren to be at the top of the grid once again. Maybe even ahead of Ferraris, who seem to have fallen behind Red Bull and are heading towards the midfield. This would be a disaster for Carlos Sainz. He is leaving a team on the rise and joining a team in damage control. He will not want to see the McLarens in front of him, but I fear that this may be his fate. Has Carlos Sainz joined Ferrari at the wrong time? The thing is though, it's Ferrari. You're never going to turn them down if they want you, and they clearly want Carlos Sainz. However bad things get, always remember that Ferrari always come back. They're like Jason Voorhees of motor racing. You think they're dead, but they're back, and they're out of control. When Jody Scheckter won the Drivers' Championship for Ferrari in 1979, no one at the time was thinking, yeah, but they're clearly not going to win another until 2000. But it did take 21 years for Ferrari to win. And the last Ferrari champion was Kimi Räikkönen in 2007, which means Carlos Sainz does have until 2028 to win a championship before we really need to begin to worry. Regardless, this is a massive boon for his career. I'm sure it will come with race wins. Championships, I'm not sure. Mercedes probably need to leave for anyone else to win a championship, but you never know. Nothing lasts forever, except for Ferrari in Formula 1. That is why they have so much pulling power, able to sign up-and-coming drivers, even when their form has dropped off a cliff. It's 70 years of Formula 1 history, the passion of the Tifosi, the undying spirit of the prancing horse. Formula 1 without Ferrari is a very sad and dark place. That is why they have so much power politically. The sport is worse off without the Scuderia. This is why the rumours of Lewis Hamilton signing for the scarlet coloured cars was so persistent. Why would Lewis Hamilton leave a dominant Mercedes for a team that can barely keep itself together on a race-by-race basis? Because it's Ferrari, that's why. For Carlos Sainz, regardless of how well it goes, this will be the dream he had even before Formula 1 came calling and he was racing in the Junior Formula. I have my concerns, but I think this is the right move. Thank you for watching. Whether you like or dislike Ferrari, I'm sure you can agree that they are a hugely important part of Formula 1. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Also remember to subscribe. I'm closing in on 60 subscribers now, which is huge for me as we approach the 1 year anniversary of this channel. I hope by July 31st to have 70 subscribers, so now will be the time to hit the button. I really appreciate it. To everyone who has subscribed, thank you very much for all your support and comments. I hope to keep you around. Thanks once again and have a good one.